Welcome to the new series of tutorials about OpenOffice Calc. If you like my videos, you can leave a comment or just press on the I like button, or share them on Facebook or whatever, or if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I or somebody else will help you and answer your question. So let's start by opening the software. So you go all programs or wherever you have it installed, and then I've got it here, for example. So either you open openoffice.org Calc. I have renamed it. It should be openoffice.org Calc. So it's going to open the software, or you can go and click on this. This is the main window, openoffice.org, and click on this, and then you choose spreadsheet. So this is a software. It's a very powerful software. So let's start with the interface. This is the title bar, and this is the menu bar here, all this, and then you've got the toolbar or toolbars. Then you've got the columns and the lines, and then you've got the list of all the sheets in this spreadsheet. So you've got different sheets. So you can do some like this, and then you've got another sheet, and then another. And then you've got the status bar, so you know how many sheets there are and on which one you are right now. So this is the basic, so this is the basic interface. So you've got the toolbars here, and if you want to hide the toolbar, you can just either go to View Toolbars, and then click or check on or uncheck a toolbar, for example like this, and this just went away. Or you can go to again or find, or you can use another method by dragging it with the mouse. So we have said already that when you have a toolbar, on the left you've got the dotty, the 4 or 5 dots, and you can see the cursor that becomes a 4-way arrow. So you can just displace it or move it wherever you go. The toolbar is docked right now, so you can have a floating toolbar, and then again left click on the title bar, and then do it like that, and again left click, do not release, and then drag it wherever you want, and then I can do something like this and close it. So and then you've got on the right of every toolbar, you've got the arrow, and you have the visible buttons. So you don't have all possible buttons for each toolbar because it takes too much space. So you can just visible buttons, and then check or uncheck the buttons you want to that you don't use very often or that you use very often. So for example, I don't use the find and replace, so I can just put it aside, or gallery, visible buttons, and then gallery, and then I've got more space to put more toolbars or whatever. So so this is the main space where you type things. Sheets, so by default you've got 3 sheets. If you want another one, you can just, let's say that I want another one between sheet 1 and sheet 2. I can just right click on sheet 1 and insert sheet, and then I say a position I want it after the current sheet, so after the sheet 1 sheet, and then I can have sheet 1B, for example, and I can have a new sheet. If I want to rename it, right click and then rename it. I can give a new name, or I can right click and delete it. I can select all sheets, and then I can move a copy. So for example, I can take this sheet 1C and then put it in another document. If you want to put it in an existing document, you have to open the other document and then insert it. So for example, I've got my document with info for tutorials, and I want the sheet 1c to be in this new sheet. It's not a new sheet, it's in the existing spreadsheet. So I click on this, move or copy, and then either I move it so it's going to disappear from this spreadsheet, or I'm just going to copy it if I want. In this case, I'm just going to move it. So I'm going to move it to tutorials DB. I had insert before, and I can decide where I'm going to put it. So I'll move it to enter position. Okay. It left from this spreadsheet, and there you go. It's at the end. So you can manipulate sheets like that. If, for example, you don't have enough space to see all your sheets, you can just drag this toolbar, or you can come with the arrows here and see the rest of it. So for example, I go here and then I have to see everything else. So it's quite easy. So there you go. So we've got insert, delete, rename, move, and select all sheets. The other things we're not going to see. For example, sheet events is a bit, it's for later, for another tutorial. So the obvious question is, why do I really need Calc? Well, this software can become one of your best friends because it's going to save you a lot of time for calculating stuff. So the main so when you have a database, imagine you have clients, so you've got one column for the first name, second column for the last name, and then you've got the third column with the money they owe you, each client owes you, and then you want to calculate the sum of all that. So you can use, for example, calculate the sum very easy in a few seconds, instead of opening your calculator and then starting having something on paper and say, okay, 45 plus 56 plus. When you have really not a lot of data, you'd think, okay, I can spend a few seconds for 10 clients and get the sum. The problem is that you have to think, what I'm doing for the 10 people, is it going to work if I have 1,000 more lines or clients or whatever? And the answer is going to be no. So the more manual work you're doing, the more time you're spending, and of course the more prone to errors your result is going to be. So for example, when you have to do this and again 45 plus 58 plus 98 plus 65 plus, one of the 1,000 numbers is going to be wrong, so you can make a mistake and then you have to recalculate everything. The problem is that you're not going to know you have made a mistake, so you're just going to have an erroneous result, or you're going to want to verify, so you're going to do everything all over again. So when you think of Calc, anything you do on Calc or in Calc, you're going to ask yourself a question: what I'm doing, is it the most economical way to do it? If the answer is no, then spend some time and find a better solution. So the next tutorial is going to be about customizing your interface.